Wish you all a very happy morning, students. Today we are going to take up exercise 3.2 of NCERT. Basically, in this exercise, there are two topics from which the questions are asked. The first topic is condition of consistency and inconsistency of a pair of linear equations. If I consider a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0 as a pair of linear equations, then we can compare the ratio of the corresponding coefficient of x, coefficient of y and the constant term. If a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, in that case the given system of equation will have a unique solution. A particular value of x and y will be there, and the graph lines will be intersecting in nature. If, however, a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, then we are going to check it for c1 by c2. So it may not be equal to c1 by c2. So in this case, the given pair of equations will have no solution, and the graph lines will be parallel to each other. The third case is a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is further equal to c1 by c2. In this case, the pair of graph lines will be coincident, that is, it will have infinitely many solutions. So the graph line will be coincident. So from here we conclude that on comparing the ratio of the corresponding coefficients of x, y and constant term, we can find out whether the given pair of linear equation will have a unique solution, no solution or infinitely many solution. In case the system of equation will have unique solution, the pair of graph lines will be intersecting at a point. In case they are having no solution, the pair of graph lines will be parallel to each other, and in case they have infinitely many solution, the pair of graph lines will be coincident on each other. So based on this concept, few questions are asked in exercise 3.2, and the second part in this exercise is based on graphical solution. Solve the pair of linear equations graphically. So what do we understand by graphical solution? We will plot the graph of the corresponding equation. Wherever the graphs are intersecting, at whatever point the graph lines are intersecting, let us say the graph lines are intersecting at a point a comma b, then the solution of this pair of linear equation will be x is equal to a and y is equal to b. So in this manner, graphically, we can solve a pair of linear equations. So let us proceed with the questions. The first type of question we have already discussed in the previous exercise, that is exercise number 3.2. To represent a given situation either algebraically or graphically. So algebraic and geometrical representation of situations are already done in the previous exercise. In the same manner, you will try to solve question number 1. Now question number 2. On comparing the ratios a1 by a2, b1 by b2 and c1 by c2, find out whether the lines representing the following pairs of linear equations intersect at a point, or they are parallel, or they are coincident. So let me take question number 2 part 1. Here the equations are 5x minus 4y plus 8 is equal to 0 and 7x plus 6y minus 9 equal to 0. A1 is 5, A2 is 7, B1 is -4, B2 is 6, C1 is 8 and C2 is -9. Now let us compare. A1 by A2 is 5 by 7, B1 by B2 is -4 by 6, in simplest form -2 by 3. Since A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2, it means the pair of linear equation will have unique solution. So you have to write, therefore the graph lines intersect at a point. Because the question is asked in this manner, whether the graph lines will intersect at a point, or will they be parallel, or will they be coincident. So in the same manner, question number 2, part 2 and part 3 can be solved on your own. Next is question number 3. On comparing the ratios of A1, A2, B1, B2 and C1, C2, you have to find out whether the following pair of linear equations are consistent or inconsistent. A pair of linear equation is said to be consistent if it has at least one solution. It means for unique solution and for infinitely many solution, the pair of linear equation will be consistent, and for no solution, it will be inconsistent. So just by comparing the ratios, we need to find out whether the given pair of equation is consistent or inconsistent. So let us proceed. Let me take the first question number 3, part 1. So it is 3x plus 2y is equal to 5 and 2x minus 3y is equal to 7. Now we will compare A1 by A2, 3 by 2, B1 by B2. So 2 by -3, that is equal to -2 by 3. Since A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2, therefore the pair of equations is consistent. We can say it is consistent. Since it is having a unique solution, so it is consistent. So in the same manner, you can compare in the other questions the ratio of A1, A2, B1, B2 and C1, C2 and find out whether the given pair of equations are consistent or inconsistent. Question number 4, which of the following pair of linear equations are consistent and inconsistent? If consistent, then plot the graph. In the same manner, we can do question number 4 also. Question number 5 is again of the same type. Graphically, you will solve the given question. You need to find out the dimension of the pair of equations which will be formed using this situation. So let us try to solve question number 5 as it is of a little different type. Since question number 5 is of a different type, so we are solving question number 5. Half the perimeter of a rectangular garden whose length is 4 more than the width is 36 meter. Find the dimensions of the garden. So we will say, this is question number 5. Let the length of the rectangular garden be x and the width of the garden be y. So what is the first condition? Length is 4 more than its width. It means x is equal to y plus 4. or we can say x minus y is equal to 4. So this is the first condition. And what is the second condition? Half the perimeter of the rectangular garden is 36. So perimeter of the rectangular garden is 2 into x plus y. So half of this perimeter is equal to 36. So we can cancel out these two. So x plus y is equal to 36. So this is the second equation. Now once the equation is formed, x minus y is equal to 4 and x plus y is equal to 36, we can plot the graphs of equation 1 and 2 wherever these graph lines are intersecting. That point will give us the value of x and y. X will give us the length of the rectangular garden and y will give us the width of the rectangular garden. In this manner we can find out the dimensions of the rectangular garden. Question number 6 is of the same type as discussed. Geometrical representation is required. And question number 7 is again a graph work. Two equations are given. You will plot the graph and then you will determine the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle formed by these graph lines and the x-axis. And you need to shade the triangular region also. So hope exercise 3.2 can be solved by you on your own, because this is based on a very simple concept of consistency and inconsistency and graphical representation. Thank you.